Let me wish you happy Engineers Day. We have so many days. You engineers have contributed a lot to our society, to the development of the society. I just want to know when this day comes. What was in your lifetime or previously when you were in your childhood or in your studies when you heard of this Engineers Day? One day we'll be a part of it.
Yes, we thought of because the engineers are the national building, so it is going to be happen. We thought, and we have seen in the reality.
Always you wanted to be in this profession only. That was always your passion.
So I'm personally not an engineer, but I work with a lot of engineers around, and I completely agree with sir that engineers are the builders of the nation. So it's very important for us to recognize their contribution, and that's what we are trying to do here today.
What do you have to add up?
Ma'am, see, basically this is a very big stage for us. See, growing up, we always were thinking about we were very passionate about being engineers. We have seen movies like Three Idiots and all, which which revolves around engineers and problem solving. So this is the first time where we're sitting on a stage and talking about those problems. And even from an industry perspective, we feel like we wanted to use this occasion to to showcase to the world, okay, what happens on the backdrop, because it's not always a simple solution is simple to use, but it's not simple to make. It's very complicated to make, right? So that's what we wanted to just bring to the light of all the stakeholders.
So what is your experience and take on this?
Okay. I think I was destined to be an engineer all the while.
Okay.
I was the first engineer in my family.
Okay.
And the first one to move out from a job to come into a consulting field and say, I'm going to start on my own. And so in that sense, I feel great about it and passionate about engineering, and hope to see many more engineers coming in. And at that time, when we started off engineering, there were only 360 seats for the full city of Bombay and Maharashtra. So that was the thing. So we had to qualify within that and get it. And yes, that is what we have this thing, but it is a passion.
But sir, don't you think engineers are more creative and they are getting into more of the creative field? So most of the people who are in creative field, when I interact, their background is engineer, especially music composers or who are into script writing. How it's working out in that? Why the diversion is happening nowadays?
Because you look at it, engineers as such have a mathematical and a logical thinking. That is what I would put it. And also they are supposed to be solution providers, because problems are going to be there and there's not going to be one solution for anything. So it's not like in an exam where it's A, B, C, D, E, take one. Yes. Here each problem has a solution, and A or B or C could be a solution. Okay. So in that sense, so they are thinking, they are talking of what is the best solution for this situation. So in that sense, so they can really move out into any field. If it's just application of that, saying I want to solve it, I want to move forward.
So we can say engineers are very cool guys.
Definitely not.
No, okay. They don't get anger because they know, okay, this is the solution going in their mind.
No, definitely not. Personally, I think I'm very happy today because we celebrate for many things, right? But celebrating this occasion it's about celebrating excellence, right? Because we're trying to solve few things and we are celebrating that we are able to do all this. I think it's a great thing. It's a great thing to celebrate this moment. Personally, I think I enjoy being an engineer. I think I would call as an accidental engineer anyway. Okay, but in either case, right? It's about, I think I see engineering in a different aspect. Right? It's not about building great solutions. It's about building solution that works. Okay, I also see there has to be a collective engineering. It's not about you building. You wanted to build something, right? How can you, as a together, as a team, as a group, what is that you can build so that you can contribute and you can build a solution that works, right? I think that is a place where we have to have that collective thinking. I think yes. I think it's a great moment. It's a privilege to meet all.
So all are you happy being engineer? Like it was always a great.
Not always, but yes.
So it's not hard.
We had our ups and downs while we were becoming one, but yeah, overall we are very happy, because we are able to solve problems at scale and really contribute, right? So that gives a great sense of satisfaction.
You want to add up something?
If one engineer comes with passion, then definitely that will give satisfaction. That is more than enough.
Earlier, the perspective was that घर में doctor या engineer होना चाहिए. Now, I think how this future generation is taking it. What do you see? People, our coming generation is more excited to become engineer.
Yes, because now we are seeing AICTI also given yesterday the converting civil, mechanical, EEE branches into CSE IT. Now we are seeing the pay package for the CSE IT. We are seeing, so most of the parents, joining their children into engineers or doctors, but in the same parallel, other sectors are also increasing, demanding.
What message, sir, you want to give to the upcoming engineers? People always think it's like a cool job, but you are always, your mind is applied, and you're not like romantic type. बड़े dull से होते हैं. They think like that, engineers को. Is it right?
Yeah, it definitely is there. In the sense, it's not something which you can just forget. Your mind is working on it. Actually, sometimes I say, other than when you're sleeping, other than that, you're already on the thinking about it, thinking about the solutions. So it doesn't leave you. So maybe, yes, as a family, maybe they may feel
Frustrated.
left out. But yes, I think, but the present generation would definitely may be able to do a better life balance.
I just want to end up by asking one question to all of you. 3 things you think on Engineering Day engineer should work out. 3 things. It can be do or do nots. Personally also, professionally also. One by. Let's start with the sir.
Yes.
On this Engineering Day, 3 things which engineers should do it and not.
Yeah, engineers to do justice to their job, then dedication to their work, then service to the nation, service to the society.
And not to do?
Not to do illegal things.
Okay, good.
Okay. Then corruption. Then not helping to society.
Good. What about you, sir?
I don't think so. I have 3 things to say, but one critical thing which I would definitely like to request engineers to focus upon is think innovatively and creatively. I think innovation is something which though India is doing great on it, but I think there's still a lot of development scope there. And the only unfortunate part what I see on the innovation is our own engineers getting trained here, but they are going and innovating in different countries. So I would request a lot of them to come back to India and innovate here, and then make India proud rather than going and working for likes of NASA's of the world and do it there. Our ISRO is also great to work with.
So what do and do nots for you?
See, from my perspective, the do not is I feel people should have more patience, because I see people, engineers wanting to solve problem, but they need to understand that large scale problems take time. We can't really run through them. So patience is something which they need to have. And the do's, I would say, mainly, they need to be bold at experimenting. See, we can make global solutions. Engineers in India can make global solutions. We just have to believe we can do it, and be okay to take the failures. Because one thing where I see our people struggling is they conduct an experiment, and when they fail, they're taken aback. Yeah. Right? Be bold. It's okay to fail, but keep going at it.
I wanted something funny answers from sir. So the smiling face. Yeah, done.
It's a basic, simple thing.
Let's start with the do.
Yeah, do the right thing. Always attempt the best and give your best. At the end of the day, you should say, I've done my best.
And don't.
That is the commitment that you have to bring to it. Okay. And don't is what I've said to do. Okay. Don't do that.
No personal advice also.
Yes.
For their families, for their girlfriends, for their...
No. I don't think I'm qualified for that.
Okay. You want to Edda?
Yeah, one thing I would say is that, I think engineers can solve problems, but they also have to scale up and identify problems, right? It's also about where the problems are, which are the real problems, right? So that they can be aligned to simplify things in that space. And second thing is about go beyond learning. There's something called understanding. So that's even beyond learning. Understanding is about being close to the reality, right? Understanding what's happening around you and be connected, right? I think these are the things that I would advise in terms of not to do things, because I believe in freedom. Okay, I would never say anybody not to do anything, because they are the engineer. Whatever they want to do, let them do it.
Yeah. Okay. Everybody wants freedom, right?
Yeah. So I think I would just advise good luck for all the engineers.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir, together.